Good morning. How are you? My name is Nicolas Frankovic and I'm a consultant at Autologica. I want to thank you for your attendance and dedication during this time as we discuss topics that we know will continue to be trends in the coming months. Today, we want to analyze a key topic for any manager or owner of a dealership, which has two distinct aspects: the need to be more efficient and the generation of more revenue. So, what we will analyze today is the combination of both goals through strategies, ideas, and improvements that can be implemented in your dealerships. For those attending these webinars for the first time, let me tell you that Autologica is a company with 30 years in the automotive industry, providing DMS management software for vehicle dealerships along with innovative apps that enhance each department. Our goal is to support dealerships in their day-to-day operations and in the face of industry challenges. And one of the ways we choose to do this is through training sessions where we share all our know-how with you. This time, we will explore best practices and strategies for the service department. However, if you are interested in learning more about the system at the end of the presentation, we can gladly arrange a live demo for you. Without further introduction, let's begin. Let's start with a very obvious premise. Every minute saved from manual and repetitive tasks is a small contribution to improving the relationship with customers. The real question is, where are these opportunities to save time and how can we capitalize on them? Because gaining minutes each day is in every department is good, but it's much better if we invest them in tasks that impact a better customer experience, successful cross-selling campaigns, analysis for better decision making, etc. The workshop reception is an ideal opportunity to contact the customer, have a conversation with them, take note of their experience, and offer guidance. We must dedicate time to our customer because that time is an investment in improving their experience and satisfaction. There's no doubt that now more than ever, customer retention and loyalty are key to getting the maximum benefit from each of them. However, in addition to considering the customer experience, we also need to recognize that many tasks can be systematized and optimized, freeing time for more relevant tasks. Let's not waste our most valuable asset on tasks that don't add value. Therefore, we want to propose some strategies, best practices, and technologies that allows us to reduce repetitive or manual tasks with the aim of anticipating customer needs, freeing the advisor technician from manual tasks that consume time, enhancing the customer experience when interacting with us, and last but not least, optimizing processes and making them more efficient. Time is money. And when we start analyzing the time each task takes in a simple workshop service, a daunting truth emerges. We invest many hours and money in avoidable tasks. The positive aspect of this discovery is that once inefficiencies are identified, time can be improved to dedicate them to more profitable tasks. Okay, so let's begin by analyzing the process that could be improved. It's important to have a clear understanding of each stage a vehicle goes through when entering the workshop. Let's talk about a standard repair process. It all starts with an appointment or a booking. The day before, we call the customer to remind them of the appointment. On the day of the appointment, we welcome the customer at the counter while entering vehicle and customer data in the computer. We move the vehicle to the bay. We assigned a technician. Uh, we start working. We order parts. Maybe the work is delayed due to a lack of parts or because the needed tool is occupied. We finish the job. The customer comes to pick up the vehicle. While the vehicle is prepared, the customer waits, the invoice is generated, the customer pays, and finally leaves with the vehicle. Let's, for a minute, rethink the first step of the process, the appointment. Especially if in the last 2 years, customers expect online resolution methods both for purchasing and for inquiring about and booking appointments. The strategy here is to offer the customer the option to request appointments online. As advantages, we can mention that it is a quick alternative to request, modify, or cancel an appointment. For instance, do you remember the last appointment you made, for example, with a doctor? How was that appointment requested? I'm sure most will indicate it was through a website. Also, it gives the customer the possibility to choose the most convenient date and time. They can also specify the issue with the vehicle. In some cases, also the customer can have an idea of the service prices. In our appointment tool, we added the option to indicate the price of each job so the customer has an idea of what they will pay. Internally, it allows no longer needing to be 100% attentive to the phone for appointment reservations. The appointment manager to know the reason for the appointment, to identify if the allocated time is sufficient. Also, preparing the parts needed in advance, knowing the tasks the customer will have done. If clarification is needed, communicating with the customer with knowledge of the issue the vehicle presents. Any changes or communication are automatically done through email. Pre-appointment reminders are also automated to reduce absences. And the workshop manager can organize a day based on each technician expertise and optimize times. On the appointment day, the customer arrives with their vehicle and the reception begins. I've mentioned this before, but from personal experience, I've waited in front of a counter watching as the advisor types data into the computer, eventually asking if I want to tell them something and confirming my phone number. In the best case, someone takes a piece of paper, possibly a pre-printed uh, pre-order, pre-repair order, asks notes, inspects notes, repeats. After completing the form, that information needs to be transferred into the repair order for the technicians to work in the system. So if we continue doing this way, we neglect the user experience, fail to give them the opportunity to tell us what they found in the vehicle, and miss the chance for them to directly show us the problem on the car. Additionally, everything noted in the case of manual recording must be transferred into the system. Here, another opportunity to save time and improve the customer experience becomes apparent. There are ways to do things more dynamically without losing quality or the correct execution of the task. Ideally, having a tool that allows for reception alongside the vehicle without the need to retype data using a tablet. Autologica offers Dealer Tablet, a tool through which this reception, as mentioned, is done with a tablet. Questions to ask the customer, additional services to offer, and notes that about the vehicle condition can be configured. The customer receives a copy of the reception in their email automatically, and in Autologica Sky TMS, the repair order opens with the data collected in a dealer tablet. Also, photos of the vehicle's condition are taken, and finally, the customer signs the reception and then opening the repair order automatically. So, what impact does this type of technology have on the workshop? Essentially, the benefits it generates cover its cost several times over. In a conversation I had with a service advisor, he mentioned noticing savings of up to 2 hours per day. Imagine having 2 extra hours every day for sales campaigns, training, calling customers, organizing the department, analyzing data. Again, time savings are crucial, but more importantly, it's about capitalizing on that savings and turning it into something bigger. Many dealerships wonder how to become more efficient, and in some cases, they make misguided moves like hiring more staff or investing money in more infrastructure. However, the answer lies in a three-step strategy: measure, interpret, and improve. The workshop efficiency indicator allows us to know if the technicians are efficient within the workshop, meaning if the time they invest in jobs is profitable for the dealership and therefore does not result in losses. So, how to calculate it? Let's briefly review the main service indicators: efficiency, productivity, and performance. Efficiency calculates bill hours over worked hours and lets us know how much the dealership's cost was for each hour billed to the customer. Regarding productivity, calculates worked hours over available hours. So this indicator shows how the technician's available time is used for repairs. And performance calculates billed hours over available hours. So by being able to break down the analysis and see the productivity and efficiency of each technician, we can work to improve the performance of the technicians and measure how many of the available hours were billed. So let's go with some suggested strategy to improve this indicator. Implement practices and habits to measure and know everything that happens within the workshop at every moment. Facilitate communication between parts and service departments to streamline the request, traceability, and use of parts. Also, to record everything each technician does in the workshop. Tools like Autological SkyDMS, Job Clock, and Technician Panel can be implemented. And last but not least, it's not about working more, but working smarter. Training, expertise, lower staff turnover, an experienced technician is more efficient. The most comprehensive management systems offer efficiency and performance reports that are key to measuring what happens in the workshop. This is the starting point to focus efforts on improvement management. In fact, in some cases, we've seen these actions lead to significant improvements in the use of available hours. Okay, so now let's go back to the standard workshop process. The customer scheduled an appointment, arrived at the workshop, and the reception checklist was completed. Assuming the repair order is already loaded into the system, it's time to start working. So, here are some things to consider. If each technician is clear on how to approach their day and priorities, much less time is lost on organization. Delays can occur in these processes if, for instance, the technician requests parts while working on the vehicle and has to wait for them to be dispatched from parts. All that time a bay was occupied without working, consuming several minutes of activity and preventing, in the long run, another vehicle from entering. If we can optimize this process, the time gain to be invested in working on one or two more vehicles per day. This is an improvement for billing and also for the entire process and customer experience. The improvement is substantial at this point. If we accumulate the minutes lost by not having the day organized when the vehicle is already in the workshop, enough time can be saved to receive one or two more vehicles per day. And as always, we improve the customer's perception and experience with our dealership. Here are several tools that can be implemented. As mentioned earlier, appointments not only have the benefits already explained, but also allow the workshop manager to organize technicians and parts to prepare to prepare them that will be used in advance. From the appointment, a pre-repair order can be created, establishing the service to be performed. So, in Autologica Sky DMS, each job can be previously related to the parts that will be required, so that when generating the pre-repair order, the parts are already requested from the parts department through internal orders. On the other hand, being able to visualize the technician's panel with their occupation and assigned jobs helps make quick decisions in the case of a vehicle entering without an appointment, and also allows for the reorganization of the day. And having information on how many repair orders are delayed due to estimates, lack of parts, and other factors is also vital. So, um, therefore, the repair order progress panel keeps us informed of the progress of each vehicle between the repair processes. The service department also handles vehicles for commercial purposes, ensuring that customers leaving with their new vehicles have a great experience. To organize the work of the entire workshop, it is crucial to know the requirements that the sales department will have for the resources for the pre-delivery of new vehicles. So, efforts need to be coordinated between the departments of sales, parts, and service to ensure an ideal experience. If sales provides a delivery appointment without coordinating with the service department, it may happen that the accessory or part is not ready, or there's no availability of technicians to install it. This can lead to having to call the customer, reschedule, cancel, etc. So, if we use a coordination tool between these departments, we eliminate these inconsistencies, optimize workshop time, and maximize customer satisfaction. So to achieve this, Autologica Sky DMS has the ability to manage delivery appointments. With this feature, the sales administrator requests an appointment for the sold vehicle through the DMS, indicating the optional or accessory items with which the unit should be delivered. With this information, service department prepares the resources, having previously received approval from parts department that these parts are available. Thus, with a single click, the pre-delivery repair order can be opened, avoiding rework. This ensures that the moment of delivery, the customer is one of maximum happiness without hitches or delays. Okay, so to sum up, let's recap the strategies we mentioned. Um, by using appointment 365, we can optimize appointments. To optimize vehicle reception, we can use the tablet. To improve the coordination of assigned tasks and repair orders at each stage, we can get those that benefit with Autologica DMS and Repair Order Progress panel tool. And to improve the coordination of service participation in new vehicle deliveries, we can get it with Autologica DMS. All right, so with this, we conclude today's presentation. Any questions can be left for us to answer with links and resources if necessary. And if you want to see the DMS live, we invite you to let us know and coordinate an online demo for you. So as not to extend any further, we will consider the presentation concluded. We hope it has met your expectations and really look forward to seeing you in future meetings. Thank you very much for attending. See you next time and have a nice day.